When you're alone, sleep isn't just downtime. It's part of staying safe and staying sharp. The problem is that the moment you fall asleep, your awareness drops to zero. So you need a simple plan that lowers risk without overcomplicating things. In this video, we'll cover practical steps you can use anywhere. How to pick a safer spot, how to make basic noise alerts that don't create hazards, how to sleep in short blocks if you need to, and how to stage your essentials so you can wake up and move in seconds. The goal is realistic: better sleep, faster awareness, and fewer surprises when nobody's on watch. Number 1. Sleep is a survival skill. When you're on your own, sleep isn't rest time. It's what keeps your brain working well enough to notice problems early and make clean decisions. Go too long without it, and your judgment gets sloppy. Your reaction time slows down, and you start missing obvious details. After a full day awake, people often feel wired, but their attention and impulse control are already dropping. Push it longer, and you get micro-sleeps, those brief shut-offs your brain does without asking permission. That's the scary part, because you can't willpower your way out of it. A few seconds of blank time is enough to miss footsteps, miss a weather change, miss a phone alert, or make a bad choice with real consequences. Keep the goal simple. Protect your sleep like you protect your water. That means you don't just crash wherever you feel tired. You plan where you'll sleep, how you'll wake up, and what happens if something feels off. Also, don't try to hack your way through nights with energy drinks. Caffeine can help you stay awake, but it doesn't fix the decision-making drop that comes with sleep loss. It mostly just makes you feel more confident while still being slower and less accurate. If you need a basic rule of thumb, aim to sleep in full cycles.
A typical sleep cycle is about 90 minutes, and waking at the end of a cycle usually feels less brutal than waking in the middle of deep sleep. If the situation forces you to keep your eyes half open, you can use that cycle idea later in this script, but the priority stays the same. Get real sleep, not just resting with your eyes closed. Once you treat sleep like a job you have to do well, the next step becomes obvious. Make the place you sleep as low risk as possible.
Number 2. Pick the lowest risk spot you can access. Safe is relative, but there are clear patterns that make a sleep spot better or worse. You want fewer ways for someone to approach you, fewer reasons for anyone to pay attention to you, and fewer environmental hazards that can hurt you while you're unconscious. In a home setting, start with the basics: locked doors and windows, working smoke alarms, and a carbon monoxide detector if there's any chance of fuel-burning heat or cooking. Carbon monoxide is a silent risk because you can't smell it, and sleep is when it gets the most dangerous. If you're in a blackout, avoid candles and open flames near bedding. A knocked-over flame is a fast problem. Use battery lights if you can. If you're sleeping somewhere unfamiliar, hotel, shelter, friend's place, or a short-term rental, do a quick 2-minute scan before you even get comfortable. Find 2 exits you can actually use. Note where the bathrooms are. Check that windows open if they're meant to, and look for anything that could block the hallway if people move around at night. If you're in an apartment or multi-story building, a middle floor is often a practical sweet spot. Not right at ground level where random foot traffic is highest, and not so high that you're stuck if you need to move fast. Also think about visibility. If you can be seen clearly from outside a window, you're easier to track. Closing curtains or shifting your sleep spot away from the window reduces that. If you're outside, think like this. Choose places that are boring and protected, not pretty. Avoid low spots that can flood, dry creek beds that look safe until rain hits miles away, and areas under dead branches that can drop in wind. Don't sleep right next to trails, roads, or popular footpaths. A small offset, out of direct view and out of direct line, reduces the chance of an unwanted surprise.
Temperature matters too, because being too cold or too hot ruins sleep quality and can become a health risk. Insulate from the ground with a pad, cardboard, or spare clothing, and keep ventilation if you're under a cover so moisture doesn't build up. If you're in a vehicle, keep it legal and visible enough that you're not inviting trouble. Park in well-lit, permitted areas when possible. Keep the driver's seat clear so you can move quickly, and don't leave valuables on display. Never run a vehicle in an enclosed area for heat. That's a carbon monoxide danger. No matter where you are, build in one simple habit. Decide your move point before you lie down. If you hear repeated footsteps, if a door handle is tested, if your instincts keep firing, you don't debate it half asleep, you move. With the location handled, you're ready for the next layer. Waking up early enough to do something about a problem. Number 3. Set up early warning without creating hazards. The goal is to get a few seconds of notice, not to hurt anyone, and not to build something that trips you when you're the one moving in the dark. Keep it simple and harmless. Sound, light, and small obstacles that make noise. If you're indoors, one of the easiest options is a portable door alarm or door chime. They're small, loud, and many run on basic batteries. If you don't have one, you can still improvise sound. Hang keys, a metal cup, or a small bell on the inside door handle so any movement makes a clear rattle. Place an empty plastic bottle with a few coins or small stones near the door so it rolls and clacks if the door opens. You can do the same on a window track with a light object that will fall if the window moves. If you have a headlamp, aim it toward the door before you sleep so you can flood the entry with light the moment you sit up. Outside, build a noise zone rather than a trip line. That means you put crunchy material, like dry leaves or small twigs, around the edges of your sleep area, not across the path you'll use to exit. The point is that someone stepping into your space makes a distinct sound. You can also layer your alerts by distance. One set close to you for a guaranteed wake-up, and another a little farther out to give you time to get oriented. The safety rule is important. Don't scatter anything sharp, don't set up anything that could injure someone, and don't block your own fast exit route. If you're worried you'll forget where you placed noisemakers, mark your own path with something you can see in low light, like a small strip of reflective tape on a wall or a glow marker on your bag. Whatever you set up, test it before you sleep. Open the door the way an intruder would. Move the window a little. Walk around the perimeter and see what you hear. If you can trigger it without much noise, adjust it. You're not aiming for perfection. You're aiming for enough warning to sit up fully awake, grab your essentials, and change the situation. And that connects to sleep structure, because the way you schedule your sleep can reduce the time you're fully unaware. Number 4, use a sleep pattern that keeps you functional. In calm conditions, a full night of sleep is the best option, no contest. In higher stress conditions, when you're alone and your environment isn't fully under your control, breaking sleep into blocks can be a practical compromise. A classic approach is segmented sleep. 2 shorter sleeps with a brief check-in in the middle. For example, you sleep about 3 to 4 hours, wake up, do a quick scan, listen, check locks, check your phone battery, sip water, then sleep another 3 to 4 hours. Your body can adapt to that rhythm faster than most people expect. If the situation is very temporary and you need an even tighter loop, you can aim for 1 full sleep cycle at a time, about 90 minutes, then wake up for 10 to 20 minutes to reorient and check your setup.
This is not a long-term lifestyle. It's a short-term tool for specific nights. The moment you can get back to normal sleep, do it. While you're using these patterns, a couple of details matter. First, set alarms in a way you can't ignore. Put your phone or timer close enough to grab, but far enough that you have to sit up to silence it. Consider a backup alarm like a smartwatch vibration or a second device, because batteries die at the worst times. Second, keep wake-ups calm and methodical. Don't jump straight into panic scanning. Take a few seconds to get oriented so you don't misread normal sounds as threats. Third, manage light and screens. Bright scrolling right before sleep keeps your brain alert and makes sleep lighter, so dim your screen and keep it short. Fourth, watch your hydration and bathroom needs.
Dehydration makes sleep lighter and headaches more likely, but chugging a lot right before sleep can force constant wake-ups. A small sip when you wake, and a normal drink with your last meal is usually enough. Once your sleep schedule is working for you, the next layer is physical setup, making entry slower and noisier while keeping your own escape safe. Number 5. Make the space inconvenient, not dangerous. People hear barricade and imagine stacking heavy furniture like a movie scene. The real goal is simpler. Add friction and noise so you're not surprised while keeping exits usable. Start with the door. A door wedge is one of the best low-tech tools because it's light, cheap, and doesn't trap you the way heavy furniture can. If you don't have a wedge, even a folded towel or a piece of rubbery material can add grip under some doors. If you're in a room where you're allowed to add gear, a portable travel lock can reduce how easily the door opens from the outside. Just make sure you can remove it fast and that you're not blocking a required fire exit. Inside the room, keep a clear path for you and place noise clutter for anyone else. That might mean a chair near the door that will bump if it moves, or a light object balanced so it drops loudly if the door swings. You want sounds that are unmistakable, not subtle. Also pay attention to where you sleep within the room. Don't sleep right in line with the door if you can avoid it. A corner that lets you see the entry point when you sit up is better than a spot where you have to turn around first. Avoid being silhouetted. If moonlight or street light hits you directly through a window, shifting your sleep spot a few feet can make you less visible. If the space is safe enough for it, a small, low-level light, like a dim night light or a headlamp on its lowest setting, pointed away from windows, can reduce that disoriented, "where am I?" moment when you wake. One more safety note that gets overlooked: never trap yourself. Whatever you place in front of a door, you should be able to clear it in seconds, in the dark, under stress. If you can't, it's not a defense, it's a problem you built for yourself. With the space set, you're ready for a surprisingly big factor in safe sleep: how you stage your essentials so waking up isn't chaos. Number 6. Build a wake up in 5 seconds setup. When you wake suddenly, you don't rise like a calm person in a quiet bedroom. You wake confused for a moment, your eyes adjust slowly, and your hands feel clumsy. The way you beat that is not being tougher, it's making your setup automatic. Before you sleep, lay out the same essentials in the same place every time. Think light, communication, feet, and identity. Light means a headlamp or flashlight positioned so you can grab it without searching. Communication means a charged phone and, if you have it, a power bank and short cable. Feet means shoes or sturdy footwear right next to you, laces loosened so you can get them on fast. Identity means your keys, ID, and any critical medication in one small pouch you can grab. Add water within arm's reach.
Add a simple attention getter, like a whistle or a personal alarm, if that's legal and appropriate where you are. If you're not at home, write down the address, a nearby landmark, or a map pin, and keep it with your ID. When you wake up stressed, your brain can blank on basic location details. Keep it boring and consistent. If you're sleeping in layers, put the outer layer on top of your bag so you can throw it on while moving. Then do one quick practice before you commit to sleep. Close your eyes, pretend you woke up, and reach for the light, shoes, and phone. If you fumble, adjust the layout. This is a beginner-friendly prepping habit because it costs nothing and it works everywhere. Home preparedness, travel, camping, and emergency shelter settings. It also ties into exit planning. Know your primary exit and your backup exit, and keep your go items pointed toward the one you'd actually use. The goal isn't to run at every sound. The goal is to remove hesitation when you truly need to move. Now, even with all of that, being alone means you're missing the best security tool of all, another set of senses.
You can still reduce that gap with communication and smart use of technology. Number 7. Create a safety net beyond your own senses. If you have cell service, use it as part of your plan, not as a last-minute panic button. Set up regular check-ins with a trusted person, a simple message at a set time, and a clear, "If you don't hear from me, do this" agreement. Share your live location if that's available and you're comfortable with it. If data is weak, SMS texts often get through when calls don't, and you can pre-write a check-in message to send fast. Download maps before you travel, so you're not guessing at 2 a.m. If you have a small battery radio, keep it within reach for weather or emergency alerts. Keep emergency numbers easy to reach. If you're somewhere with unstable power, conserve battery on purpose, low brightness, airplane mode when you don't need data, and a power bank kept topped up. If you have access to small tech that doesn't require you to stay awake, use it. Motion sensor lights, a simple door/window alarm, even a smartwatch vibration alarm for your planned wake-ups. For people who camp or travel a lot, a basic weather alert can be as important as a security habit, because storms can turn a safe enough spot into a bad one while you're asleep. If you're in a shelter or shared space, pick a spot that reduces surprises. Closer to staff or a main aisle, not tucked into a hidden corner where someone can approach unnoticed. Alongside tech, use the environment in a practical way. A steady background sound, wind, light rain, a fan, can mask your own small movements, but don't drown out the world so much that you can't hear a clear disturbance. If you're tempted to use earbuds to sleep, think twice. You're trading rest for awareness. Finally, keep your mindset clean. You're not trying to be fearless, you're trying to be prepared. If your gut says a place is wrong, listen to that early, before you're too tired to move. If your setup keeps getting triggered by normal activity, adjust it so you can actually sleep. And if you've had to run a short block sleep pattern for a couple of nights, plan a recovery night as soon as you can, because long-term sleep debt makes every other part of preparedness harder. Set your location, set your early warning, stage your essentials, and sleep in a rhythm you can sustain.